Good morning, everybody. This is Grant Russell with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. It's Friday, August 11th, and I've got a brand new 2023 Newmar Super Star behind me here. For those of you that are looking for a nice bunk house floor plan, the 4065 is a great option for you. Do a little walk around on it just to get started here. So first of all, just to point out, the wheelbase on this is going to be 345 inches. The overall length of this coach is 40 feet 11 inches. The overall height at ride height is 13 feet tall. Just in some weights. So the weight of this, the gross vehicle weight of this is 41,200 pounds. You've got a cargo carrying capacity of 3,955 pounds. Which gives you a dry weight at 37,245. So you can add quite a bit of gear on this and still have, you can take a lot of gear with you and not quite reach your gross vehicle weight rating. So, all right. So all the Superstars, as we've talked about in previous videos, are built on the M2 106 Freightliner chassis. It's a 350 horsepower, 1,150 pound-foot of torque, Cummins diesel engine with a 6-speed Allison transmission. Some unique features that Newmar does: they will keep the air ride cab right here on the side of the coach here. So all the way around it is the air ride cab from Freightliner M2 106 is kept in place. It gives you a flush floor inside, which you'll see when we go inside, from front to back, right behind those passenger seats, or the passenger and driver seats. Another unique feature I like that Newmar does, you'll have a lock on your fuel doors. You've got a 50-gallon fuel tank behind this fuel door here, another one on the other side. If you look up top here, this one was optioned with the Carefree manual. I don't have my awning rod with me, but if I reach over with an awning rod, I can grab the little strap right above this window, pull it down and latch it in place right here. It gives you some nice shade coverage on this window if the sun's shining in, and you want to keep the windows open or anything like that. You can use that window awning. You do have both. You have 3 of those. There's 2 more on the other side. We'll show those when we get to the other side. And then we got the Girard Nova awnings. We've got them out right now. So we've got LED light strips. We've got them on. I don't know if you can see that in the bright daylight. But you got nice bright LED lights that'll light up the patio area. And then the pitch that it gives you right in the center gives you some nice shade coverage out here as well. Why don't we get started in the first bay here. So in this first bay, it's great storage, but it's also down below here, you got a hot water line. So after a long road trip, you get a lot of bugs that cake on the front of the coach. You can hook up a hose to it, run it to the front of the coach, and spray off all the front of the coach. So that is an instant hot water line. You also have an auxiliary air switch. That switch right there, if the owner has the keys and someone's wanting to air up the seats, the cab seats in here, so your passenger and your driver's seats, if you get a shot there, you can see how the passenger seat is sitting lower than the driver's seat. So those are air ride seats. So if I wanted to add air to that auxiliary compressor, well, now I can simply just hit the switch on the side. I can't quite reach it from here, and lift that chair up, spin it around to join the living room. You notice the little bullet camera here. So this does it comes standard with the backup camera, as well as your driver and passenger blind spot cameras. Next bay over, another great storage compartment. Something else I like to point out, notice the thickness right from where my hand is and where my hand's sandwiched here. You've got a good almost 2 inches of thickness. So these are very well insulated compartments. Newmar does not lack at all when it comes to insulation. They're probably one of the best in the industry in my opinion. Great storage. You notice the hose in here. You do have a 50-foot air compressor hose we get to, there's an access point where you can tap into the air on the coach, and they provide the airline there. Also, notice the slide is in. So these are flush slides. They don't overlap. Your seals are nice and tight when they're all the way in. So going down the road cuts back on any kind of wind noise. When you run a slide on any motorhome, you want to run it either all the way out or all the way in. Anywhere in between is going to leave room for air to get in. But these are nice and tight, sealed all the way around. Something to point out there. We've got a hydraulic step. This, I've got it set to in the off position right now, so every time we open and we close the door, it doesn't go in and out on us every single time. Got an keypad here, so you can set your own codes to lock and unlock the entrance door, as well as all your compartment doors. Plus, it has doorbell. Next bay down. This does have, as you can see, the optional refrigerator freezer combo on a slide tray. This, you can set this to be a freezer or a refrigerator. There's a nice little extra storage outside. And then these guys in here, these are slide pads. So usually, the slide outs on a Newmar are cogwheel slides. So you got anything that's a flush floor. So when the slide goes out, and there's ramps behind the slides. So whenever they go out and gravity takes over, they'll go flush. So it's a flush floor slide. Well, when they come in, there's rollers underneath those slide outs. Where you can put those and line them up on the rollers, and that just protects the tile floor from getting scratched up or anything like that if anything's on those rollers. And especially if someone's walking on the slides and adding weight to the slide as it's coming in and out, those are nice to protect and keep with the coach for whoever owns it. So we got a two-stage door here, so this will open up all the way up with a little help. You notice we've got the 43-inch Samsung LED television with soundbar. You can Bluetooth to the soundbar. You can, it's actually set up for the TV as well. And then over here on the far left is a low point drain line. You got a 150-gallon fresh water tank. And that's the low point drain to dump all the water out for winterization. Nice docking lights. I didn't talk about the axle ratings, but since we're on the rear axle has a 24,000 pound rating. That's been increased from previous year in 22. The front axle is at 17,200 pounds. That's also an increase from last year's as well, which gave you the larger 41,200 pound gross vehicle weight rating. Here's something else that's very unique to Newmar Super C motorhomes. So you have full pass-through storage. It goes all the way, stay right there. I'll open these doors on the other side. So it gives you a good look at your pass-through storage. If you got your longer gear, you got a lot of storage back here for golf clubs, fishing poles, paddle boards, coolers, any of your extra gear that you want to take along with you. You'll notice in these compartments, some like the two white control panels here. Those are your awning control modules. You can actually run the awnings in and out from these panels. There's also a handheld remote control for the awnings, as well as the control panel inside the coach. Central vac, you'll notice you got the road vac. This is where you clean your filter out. You can hook a hose up to this and vacuum your bay. There's some control panels back over here with these wires. So there's some slide out control panels. Coming around to the back here. In the bag here is some of the central vac hose items, but there's a pull handle right here. If I pull on this, the rear hood latch will release. So you got more storage. This is great storage here. Belts, hoses, diesel exhaust fluid, bottles, all your extra gear that you want to keep up top here that'll fit these little shelves is a nice addition. Plus you have some slide in storage here for any kind of longer items you want to slide up, slide down in this area. So you'll notice there's two cameras on the back of this. One's for your backup camera. The other one, it does have the 360 camera view. So this does have the side cameras as well as the front cameras, which give you a stitched view of a rooftop of an RV. You can see all the way around the coach. 20,000 pound hitch. We've got 7-way brake controller hookups. It's already there. And then you also have a Phillips. That's for your camera system. So if you want to toggle between the actual camera on the coach, or say you have a camera on a stacker trailer or any kind of additional pull trailer, you can toggle between RV camera and tow camera. Speaking of stacker trailer, so in here, this got equipped with the extra 30 amp plug. So if you do a lot of dry camping and you want to provide power to a stacker trailer or any trailer for that matter that has 30 amps, you can power it up right here. You'll notice in here, you can kind of see this gear here. So that's part of that cogwheel system. So this runs there's a steel bar that runs, I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, if you get up, I'll keep my hand on it here. So right here is a steel rod that runs the length of the big full wall slide. And over here is an actual cogwheel, if you can see that. I'll get my hand right on this cog system there. So going back to that, so these are electric slides. So that electric motor that runs a steel rod that runs the full length of this whole slide. You get a shot of that whole slide, how far down it goes. So it's one big full wall slide, almost call it 30 feet. And then behind here, you've got those ramps. So this comes out, I talked about earlier. Gravity takes over, it's gonna drop down, and that's what allows a flush floor slide that I was speaking about earlier. This is gonna be a little storage area. It's kind of tied into your dump station. So if you have sewage hoses, chemicals, gloves, extra water hoses, you can keep all those in here. It does have a drain in it, so it can drain everything out. You've got electric dump valves on the actual gray and the black water. Speaking of the gray and black water, you have 60 gallons of gray water, 40 gallons of black water. And I think I mentioned earlier, 150 gallons of fresh water. Whole house water filtration system. Outside shower. You got pets. You're at the beach, you're in the sand dunes or something like that. Clean up before you go inside. And then also your city water. So you can walk this out when you want to hook it up. And then it's got a power reel. These flap seals are great, the way Newmar does that, so you can actually lock that in place, close your door, and it keeps your hoses, shore power lines all secure without letting any kind of bugs, rodents, anything getting inside of your compartment storage area. 8,000 watt Onan, Cummins Onan diesel generator. I've got that running right now. It does make a little noise, but it's tolerable. Got the airs running inside. It's a little warm today. But that 8,000 watt Onan generator will power all your electricity for the whole coach. Next day over, we got 8 lead acid 6-volt batteries, all ran in series. Above here is just some control. These are flexible lines for some of your controls for the slide out. Looks like also got some cable hookups, some of the data controls. The hydraulics are going to be located here on this floor plan, and the Oasis hydronic heat. So the Oasis has 2 electric elements as well as the diesel burner. The diesel burner can give you continuous hot water, and it also provides heat for winter camping. You can have water on board in the cold winter months and have that diesel burner on. Keeps everything nice and warm, all your water lines heated. So 4-season capability. And last compartment is going to be the shore power. So this is 50 feet of shore power. So I walk it all the way out to where I'm going to plug into, and then again I can pop this in place here to close my door. So it makes life a lot easier. And this is what makes life really easier, is especially when it's 20 degrees outside and this cord is stiff as a board. It'll roll it in for you. Your transfer switch is located in here. Cable hookups. Your inverter is going to be located in here. It's got a Magnum inverter. Something else to point out, I don't know if you guys have noticed, as I've been going around this coach, every door I've opened, I've closed with ease. So the new seals in 23 make life a lot easier when you're opening and closing those doors. All right. Since we're on the opposite side of the, for the driver's side, I can show you this is what will raise and lower the seat using an auxiliary compressor on the other side. Being a Super C motorhome, if you pull into a truck stop, it makes it easy getting in and out, both the passenger and driver's side. Plus you have the regular house entrance exit door. And these all come with the antenna. For those that want to have the CB radio, it's pre-wired for it. It does not come with a CB radio, but it does come with the CB antenna. Before I open it up, so here's the front camera. It's part of that 360 camera view. And I was talking about those side cameras. So here's one up top. And while we're pointing up top, there's the manual Carefree Colorado awning here, as well as one in the back. The little tie downs here, so latch your window awnings. Hard to see, but it does have a 3M mask. So this 3M mask protects the front. You get a lot of rock chips on the front of all vehicles, if you will, and that just protects the front of it. M2 106s do have breakaway bumpers. So not that you ever want to get into any kind of an accident or anything, but should a deer run out in front of you or something hits here and does any damage to part of this bumper, you don't have to replace the entire bumper. You just simply replace just this area if it's just the damage done right there. Another benefit to a front engine Super C motorhome is going to be access to all your engine components. Your fuel filter, water separator is easy to get to, power steering fluid, dipstick on the oil, belts, hoses, air filters on the other side. Very easy to get to. If you want to get a shot at this side here, this kind of show you where the windshield wiper fluid, engine coolant reservoir, or where that's located. Then when it comes time to close it, just give it a good push. It's got a soft close on the hood. And just latch it in place here on both sides. Ready to hit the road. Let's go check out the inside. All right, so as we go in, don't come all the way in yet. I was going to show you this. So this does have a step cover. Just show you how that works. So it does go all the way out and rises up. I'm not lightweight by any means, but it's holding me up perfectly fine. But this is great for anyone that's shorter. Makes it easier to get to this control panel, which I'll show you, which is right above the entrance door here. All right, let me open this back up. All right, I kept the slides in just to show you how easy it is to navigate. So if the owner of this coach needs to get from the driver's area through to the bathroom, this is a single bath floor plan. I can simply just navigate through here and I can access the bath. You can see you can access the toilet, the sink area pretty easily. I wouldn't recommend you try taking a shower while these are in motion, but you can still access that. So let me run these slides out and come up front here. So this is the control panel up top. I'm gonna hold these two switches down here. And we'll get the front slides out first. So as these are going out, this does have the standard Bermuda glazed matte finish cabinets. As you can see, it does have the theater seats is an option that this one came with. All right, so those are all the way out. Let me close this. And just to point out, so I'm gonna close the screen door first. So if it's a nice day and you wanna keep the bugs out, you can still close off that screen door there. Or just go ahead and close the whole thing, keep the cool air inside. So up above here is gonna be over-the-air antennas, your first switch there. This does have an optional in-motion satellite system. This one got ordered with, and that's the on-off for it. The Magnum inverter controls are in here. This does have automatic gen start. And I'll show you that on the new panel that Newmar has when we get to the back. Then your control center's here for 30, 50 amps generator power. The Oasis burner is here. Your two electric elements are the one switch below. Slide controls, leveling systems, awning controls. And then you got some disconnects here, locks, unlock, step cover, block heater switch. If you're plugged in or the generator's on, you can actually switch that on and that'll keep the engine block heater on for cold winter months. That's your patio light switch. Everything's nicely labeled. Easy to figure out what everything operates. All right, so let me run this back slide out and we'll start in the bedroom here. So actually, while it's going out, here's that panel I was mentioning. So the new monitor, Connected Solutions, is the name of the app on your smartphones. If you do have the app, you can Bluetooth to it and have access to your tanks, your lights. Here's the generator controls, HVAC, the heat and the air, and there's all your lights. kind of a neat, nice centrally located panel for all those items. You do have these little multiplex switches throughout the coach as well. If this panel's not nearby, you still have these switches too to help you navigate around the coach and turn lights on and off, if you will. So going around to the back, so we're in the bedroom. The bedroom's gonna come with a king size bed. One of the things I always like to point out is how much room you have between the wall and the bed on both sides. So I can't tell you how many times I hear, you know, folks saying how hard it is to make a bed, you know, because the wall's right on the bed. There's just not that gap. So it's easy to get around to put your sheets on, blankets, comforter. So that's not something that I like to point out. You'll notice there's electrical outlets and USB ports on both sides of the bed. Plus I'll open this up here. Nice place for a little extra storage, bottle of water, purse, wallet, keys, small items. On both sides you get that. Above the bed, you will get some good storage. Always like to point out you've got the electrical outlet in the overhead cabinet with access ports at both ends of the bed. Where if you have sleeping machines and you want to keep them up above and run your hoses out, you certainly can. Or if you want to use extra charge lines, if these aren't enough, then you still have those up top there. Sometimes the kids have game systems and iPads and tablets and their phones, so you never have enough charge points. Okay, come around to the back here. First of all, you got some good overhead storage above the closet. Open this up, so there is a safe. It's an option this one did come with. And then we have, let's open up a few of these. So these drawers, if you can get a shot of that, but these are nice deep drawers, about the depth of this closet here. Looks like a good 20 inches or so depth on these drawers. And we do have the optional stackable washer and dryer with the pull-out drawer below. There's a little latch up here. Something to point out. These are easily broken off all the time here because people are just pulling on these. But that's your latch for when you're in travel. We have a 43-inch LED TV for the bedroom. You'll notice this cabinet is kind of your electrical for like a Blu-ray player, satellite receiver, game system. It's also in an enclosed space. So you'll notice the vents up top here. Something to point out, I don't know if you can see that, but there are vents so that everything can breathe when this is closed. Some nice overhead storage there. Oh, lost my sunglasses. And then you got 5, it looks like 6. You've got 5 full extension drawers for additional storage. Well, no, it is 6. I'm used to a flip down on some of the other motorhomes, but the AV bay or cabinets right here. Okay, and then let's move up to the front here. So we've got the bunk. We're in a bunk option, so this has 2 bunk beds. I'm 6'2". You can barely touch each wall, so I would say that's a good 6'1", 6'2" from wall to wall. You get TV monitors in both bunk beds. And then here is a little ladder set up here. Oops, I got it upside down. There's a ladder that makes it easy to get up on top. And then below the bottom bunk should be some little pull-outs. Pull-out drawers. You got a couple of those. And then the bathroom. So this is the master, the bath. It's a single bath. So again, I'm 6'2". I got plenty of elbow room, even with this door closed. An adjustable shower head here, and then this is also adjustable here. What's nice about this is, of course, it's free. Place for all your soap. This has a aqua miser on it. It's a shower miser, they call it. So you can turn this to this far right side, and that recirculates the water, so you're not wasting any of your water if you do dry camp. This will change colors. When it changes to the color for hot water, you flip that over to this side, give you instant hot water. You notice the central vac is going to be down below here, so it does have a kick plate. I'm sweeping up the kitchen and sweep everything to here. It's sucking air in. It's easy for cleanup. Let's see here. Try that. So you got some good countertop space. It's all one piece Corian, so easy for cleanup. Open up some of these so you can kind of get an idea what kind of storage you get in there. You see where your toilet paper holder goes. Some good storage under the sink. Nice big deep drawer here. And then the medicine cabinet. And up top, you'll see a black box that says Newmar 5702. That's just the router login code, but that's the Wi-Fi router for this coach. And then in here, good storage here as well. Also, your house fuses are going to be over here to the left, and then your house breakers are going to be located right here. Just something I always like to point out. It's easy to get to with the slides are in. If you noticed earlier when I walked in the bath, say I couldn't run a slide out, I can still get in here and access that easily. If you got kids, you like to get into things, it's not down low under a bed or anything like that. It's up and out of the way. Kids can't get to it. A nice sliding pocket door here to close off the master bath. Another nice sliding pocket door to close off the master bedroom. Oop. And then we got some good storage here. So this is kind of near the bathroom, so a great place for your linen storage. You got some shelves in the back. You've got a hanging rod there if you want to use it for hanging clothes. And then you do have 3 good size pull-out drawers down below here for additional storage. And right next to it, oh, one more pocket door. So if you close this off, you have access to that pantry door there. And that can kind of close off your bunk room / bathroom area too, with the master sliding door in this one here. Move along to the kitchen. So Newmar has been doing this for many years now. You have a removable induction cooktop. I want to take this outdoors and cook, keep the odors outside instead of in, simply unplug it and take it outdoors and plug it in. And then it makes it nice and easy for cleanup too in here. And on the flip side of these covers, you'll notice some cutting boards. And then we have a couple of sink covers, nice big dual stainless steel sink with the residential faucet. Got a little sprayer on it as well. You have a convection microwave oven. I love the detail too, like just the simple things like this cover here. This pops off. So it's a nice decorative cover for the fan. That's a fantastic fan for the kitchen area. Put that back in place. And you've got more storage here, silverware drawer. This is where a lot of the remotes, extra key fobs, additional touch-up paint, things are all shipped with that are loose from Newmar to us when they're new. You do have the optional dishwasher in this one. And then 4 good size full extension drawer glides. This is a little bit narrower because it's got the sink area here. Soft close on all the drawers. Dedicated area for the trash can. And some good under storage with a, this pulls out, should lock in place. Yeah, there it goes. And then you have all these overhead compartments as well. You know, the owner's manuals are going to be tucked back away in here. Get that down a bit. So theater seats are a nice touch, very comfortable. So if you just want to recline, these are power seats. They recline. You could even take a nap here if you wanted to. But you have a place for your drink. This opens up. Some good storage underneath. There should be a sliding drawer in there. All right, yeah. Look in here. We've got this little sliding drawer. So some hidden storage underneath the drawer. And then all your MCD shades are manual. I've just got them set right now. These are, you just pull on them to release, pull back down to lock them where you want them on all the different window treatments. This is going to be, these are your shade covers for the sunshade up front. So if you notice around the front cab, you'll have these snaps. So they snap in place and they just cover the side window all the way around the driver's window to the passenger side. Keeps it, doesn't work the airs as hard, keeps some of that heat out. Since we're up front here, so you do have some more great storage overhead here. Open all these up. If you get a shot in this far left compartment, you'll notice above the driver's seat, you'll have some phone numbers in here that are very convenient for the owner. So there's a name in there, Darian Todd. He's a specialist from Newmar. If you ever have any questions, troubleshooting, something on the coach isn't working properly, you do have some great help from Newmar, as well as Freightliner hotline as well. And up above here, a unique feature to the Newmar Super Star is the nice big skylight. So the switch is up front here. I've always thought it'd be nice if they moved it to the back, maybe above the door or something like that, but that's where it still goes right here. Maybe in the future models they'll move that. Let's see, I didn't mention this, so it does have the Euro booth dinette. This has the 50-inch Samsung television. That is a televator. It's in the up position right now. But with a push of a button, this whole TV will go down. And then this has the Euro dinette with the expandable dinette option. So there's 2 leaves that'll go in place here and 2 folding chairs. I didn't open that bed in the back, but great storage under the bed. In fact, let me just get a shot. Just in case someone would like to see that. Sometimes we jump around on these when we forget to show things, but this is great storage here. So that's where the 2 leaves are and the 2 folding chairs. So you find another place to store those. Great place to keep all your extra pillows and blankets, sheets, towels, extra items like that. And this has a standard pillow top mattress, which is what this one came with. Okay, coming around to the front. So on the cab area, we've got a nice large monitor here for your backup camera. Let me get this on. So if I hit the menu button here, that's your media center for your radio, Bluetooth, navigation, backup camera. Everything's programmed in there. And down below here are some of the other control panels. You do have a tag dump switch right here. There's the shade up and down switch. Earlier I was talking about a camera. You can toggle between the truck camera or the RV camera and a stacker or trailer camera. That's this switch here. It's a momentary switch where it just toggles between the cameras when you have one hooked up. Rear differential lock. Light test is great. If you activate the light test, you can walk around your coach and see which lights are working and which lights are not working. Down below here is a regen. If you're traveling in some hotter states, you keep hitting red light after red light after red light, you may get a call on the dash cluster to regen, and that's where you can manually regen, I believe. Yep. And then you got a house battery boost. You can merge the batteries together. If you need to crank the engine off the house batteries, for some reason your chassis runs low, you can. Or if you need to crank the generator off of the chassis, you can merge it as well and sometimes and get some power going to those house batteries. Docking lights, cab ceiling lights, park brake. This is the suspension autofill override switch here. Mirror heat, power windows, door locks, and this does have the engine brake is on off there, a low, a medium, and a high for your engine brake. Marker lights, it flashes your lights, letting you know a trucker or somebody you're letting merge back in. 6-speed Allison transmission here. You do have an adjustable pedal to adjust, telescope, steering wheel, and then on the far left is going to be some light controls for the dash cluster, also your cruise control, set, coast, resume, speed control. Okay, I think I've covered most everything. There's a USB port down below there as well. I hope I've provided as much info as I can for you guys on this one today. It is available currently. Today is Friday, August 11th. So if anybody's looking for a nice brand new bunkhouse, Newmar Super Star 4065, come check this one out. This one is, I believe, stock number 5N221705. My name's Grant Russell. You can reach me at the contact info below. Please like and subscribe. Hope you all have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. I'm out.